Speaking of something you're proud of, so since the last time I was on here, a big thing I've been working on is, are you aware of how many kids are like working illegal child labor on cacao farms? You know that there's over 1 million kids that work in illegal child labor on cacao farms? Yeah, so basically, if it just ask Perplexity, how many kids work in child labor in West Africa on cacao farms? Right here, 1.5 to 1.8 million people or children. And like, it's like been like this for decades. And so it's so normalized in the chocolate industry that, you know, when I would talk to other people who work at chocolate companies or execs, they're just like, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. And so when I went to all the biggest distributors and everyone, you know, that does all the sourcing for cacao, and I was like, so is there any way I can pay a premium and not have little kids work on my farms? And it literally didn't exist. You have no issue making billions of dollars in profit on little kids working on the farms. It was like a very weird thing. And so in this 5 village case study that we did, there's around 10,000 people living in there. And about 7 months ago, there's around 550 kids that were in illegal child labor in those communities. What do you think it was now, basically 6-7 months later? We were able to get a 90% reduction and get it to where there's only like around 50 still in child labor with our first check-in. Like if you were to apply the things we did there, but macroly across the whole country, I mean, you're talking, you could get swarms of hundreds of thousands of kids out of illegal child labor. And well, that's what I'm really excited about. And I just wanted to mention it, because obviously you're the biggest podcast in the world. And I just wanted to educate people on it, that it's fucking crazy when you're buying chocolate. And but yeah, I'm really excited though with what we're doing, because we're essentially with Feastables building one of the most effective like systems for getting kids out of illegal child labor in the world. But now imagine that if we can keep sourcing more cacao as we keep growing, and we could keep getting more and more kids out of illegal child labor. And then eventually, because, you know, I have over 1 billion followers across all my platforms, you know, I can show these case studies and then just like, you know, berate Big Chocolate into switching over. We're doing everything we can to make it as ethically sourced as possible. And that's why I'm doing these case studies where I can literally factually show like people knocking on the doors, show like because obviously I know as I start to talk about this more, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to sue me, because obviously Big Chocolate doesn't like the idea that people are learning that there's so many kids in illegal child labor. And because my megaphone's so big, they're going to want me to be quiet. Let's just put a little bit of the money towards getting the kids into school and putting people that, you know, aren't kids on the farms. And so ideally, that's what comes of it. Right now, I'm just really focused on building these case studies and really showing like in depth exactly how they could do it. So then hopefully they just come around to, you know, give them the avenue to go, oh, we just didn't know.